What's going on, y'all? Hope you've been living right. Today's video, answering questions that y'all have asked about my boat, what I pull it with, why haven't I done some certain things to it, what things I was gonna do to it, did I do it, and does it fit in my garage, or how does it fit in my garage, what size is your garage, all that stuff we are gonna cover today. So hang tight, here we go. We're gonna start off with the thing that gets this boat place to place. This is my Chevy Silverado RST Z71. I bought this with a 2-inch suspension lift, 20-inch rims, a 33 by 1150 if I had to standardize the tire size instead of the metric size it comes on. This truck has a 5.3 liter V8 and a 10-speed. If it doesn't have the 10-speed, it's got an 8-speed. Don't hold me to it, but it may be 10-speed if I remember correctly. Love this truck, flawless, and it pulls this boat right here with ease. Now, with the 2-inch suspension lift and oversized tires and rims, out the boat, I average 18 miles a gallon. With the boat, if I am working a lot of hills and stuff, I get in 13 miles to a gallon. If I am driving flat road, not a whole lot of hills, doing pretty well, like Texas or Florida, great example. Florida, very flat. I average about 15 miles to a gallon, which is not bad for that kind of setup. It pulls the boat perfectly. Don't have a problem with it. Love it. And yeah, now let's go over the boat. And I'll explain things I tried doing, going to do, and answer questions of why I haven't done things yet for everyone wondering. So here we go. Real quick, this is my Ultrax iPilot 80-pound thrust, 24-volt trolling motor. Phenomenal trolling motor. It moves this boat around constantly all the time. I set my trolling motor to 5 and I rarely come off of it. And there are some wind situations where I crank it up higher because the wind is that tough. And I can run 10 hours and never kill my batteries. As of yet, 2 years of doing that and never had a problem. Now, things I would do different with this trolling motor, not a whole lot outside the shaft length. This is a 42, yeah, we'll go 42-inch shaft or 46, whatever it is. Don't hold me to it, I can't remember the stuff. I would love to go to the 52 or 54-inch shaft for the way the boat sits in the water. Once you start getting some waves, it can get, the motor starts coming out, and I've been blown off a lake many times here in Wisconsin. Right here we have the Helix 8. Love it. It's been great, and just so happened that is a mega side imaging that I use on this boat. And for this reason, my trolling motor I bought has the transducers here and here for my side imaging and here for my mega down imaging. Now, the upside to the mega side imaging units that I own is the fact that now Mega Live came out. I can put it on this boat with the Helix 8s and be able to do what I need to. Is it a big enough screen? Don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But love the unit. It works great for me. I wish I had the Solixes myself, and I still plan on upgrading maybe when the economy is not so crappy and gas isn't $5 a gallon. Right here is the heartbeat of the boat, the Mercury Pro XS 150. No problems with this motor. I have no complaints about this motor. I have used it, love it, never had no issues with it. The only problem I've had with this motor was the trim tab seal went out and I needed that replaced. So that's the only problem I've had. Now we'll go ahead and hop into the boat and I'll explain stuff in the boat real quick. All right, so here we are in the boat. Get y'all flipped around. Bungee right here for strapping down your rods. I can put 5 bait casters here. I've had 4 because that's all I had last year. 4 here, pretty nice. I think I can do 5. The only downside to it is your length. Once you get over a certain length, don't mind this. This is something I made to hold a pole up so I can attach a camera. But right underneath here is a hole. And as you can tell, it stops. So if you have a rod that is over 7 foot long, it's got to go in that little hole. There's not like any other boats have the aspect where it kind of curves out and it gives you extra length to put an 8-foot rod. That being said, I wanted to get in these rod boxes and pull out the rod tube so I can lay my rods in there in rod sleeves like you see fiberglass boats have. Well, boy, that blew up in my face because I tried doing it yesterday. Found out it's not going to be possible. So if you were hoping for that little update to be informational, I'm sorry. It is not doable in these boats unless you want to compromise the integrity of your deck and your hull. And I'll explain why and show you. So hold on, let me get you down in the box so you can see. All right, here we are. So you see this screw here, you got another one here and another one here. This plastic piece comes off. Now you would think everything would pull out. It does not pull out. That faceplate pulls off, and there is a sheet of aluminum behind it that is welded to the hull in two places and connects to the front support that runs right through here. And that runs all the way across the whole beam of the boat. And that's where you stand. Well, if you cut that out, the tubes run underneath and they have sprayable foam all underneath this boat. And that foam is around everything, holds it tight, and that's the integrity of the hull. So I'm not willing to screw with that. Maybe 1 year, who knows when, Tracker will actually put boxes that secure everything and do away with these stupid rod tubes that bend rods in directions we don't want expensive rods bent. So I spent money on rod sleeves and now I can't even use them in this boat because I can't do what I thought I could do. Here you got your console, steering wheel, console, all your switches, builds, navigation lights, live well and lights, live well lights. Now with this, I said last year I wanted two 10-inch Solixes mounted to my console here. Well, it turns out because this is all plastic right here, you can't, no one makes a mount for it, which is understandable because they don't want to put a mount on a piece of plastic that's beaten by sun, abused a little bit. And I mean, you take a pounding out in rougher water and you got two $2,000 graphs sitting on the front of it, just bouncing. Well, I can see why a company doesn't want to build anything for it, because you are talking about either A, seriously hurting somebody, or B, breaking something, and they don't want to be held reliable, which is understandable. People have do-it-yourself methods of adding to this, putting aluminum plates behind it to support it, making it better. I haven't figured that part out yet, or what I want to do with that. But for right now, I'm happy with the way my Helix 8 is set up right now. And that's right there. I just got a ram mount in there. The only thing I'd probably change is right in there, I would make a bigger platform underneath so my Helix doesn't move, because it flexes on that plastic. But I've been in some rougher stuff and I haven't had an issue with it. It hits my console every now and then, and I mean, it took a little bit of paint off the console. No big deal. Fish doesn't give a crap what your boat looks like. So where else am I at? The question I've been asked, why didn't I put shallow water anchors on this boat? Let me get out of the boat so I can explain this. If you buy these boats brand new, they hit you with warranties and they tell you, if you do this, or you do that, you do this, you will lose that warranty on the boat. Well, I thought it was for the motor. My impression when I bought this boat, because I told them I wanted Raptors or something to put on this boat for shallow water anchors, but they told me if I did that, I would lose the warranty. And I thought they said I'd lose the warranty on this. Well, that is not true. Tracker will void the warranty of the boat. And when they mean void the warranty of the boat, they mean the hull. And I didn't know that. I was more concerned about this. I mean, the boat itself, this thing right here, all this, that's easy. You know, you put a hole in it or you get a little rip somewhere, you just go up to your local welder shop that can do aluminum and you have them just TIG that bad boy right back up and fix it. No big deal. Or you're going to have insurance on your boat. If it's significant enough, you make your insurance company take care of it. In hindsight, I thought it was on this and it was on the actual boat. If I'd known that, I would have had a set of Raptors on this boat, or power pole. I don't think I'm too big of a fan of Talons. The Minn Kota Raptors, I actually do like the way those look, and I've heard a lot of good things about them. Let's go ahead and say this. Let's create some goals. up front at the front of the boat. Let's say 1,000 subscribers. If I can get 1,000 subscribers, or when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll put Mega 360 up front. Like I said, let's keep it low. I mean, that's not cheap, but it's easy and doable. Let's say at, what, 10,000 subscribers? I buy a bracket and one Raptor. I think that's doable. Or maybe we do both Raptors. I don't know. We'll see when I get there money-wise, because it ain't cheap. That is for sure. And, what, 25,000? Yeah. Seems right. 1,000, 10,000, 25,000 subscribers. I will go buy Mega Live Imaging for this boat, and yeah, maybe add a second unit up front for the Mega Live. So if y'all are interested in seeing any kind of those boat modifications, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this thing rolling, and I'll do the stuff. If you got any modification ideas, drop them down in the comment. Let me know. I will most definitely look into it. I am not cutting the support beam out of the front of my boat. That has not happened. Someone else can design that, use it, and if they don't destroy their boat, I'll probably think about doing it. But that is enough about the boat. This video is getting kind of long. Putting the boat in my garage. Now, as you can tell, it's behind me. My garage is a bit of a mess, so excuse the mess. If I am correct, they say storage of this boat is 20 foot 8 inches or 19 8 inches, according to the book. So I'm gonna set y'all down. I'm gonna pull a tape measure, and then I'll show you what I have from that wall to the garage door and the beam of the boat and the stretch between the door. All right, so here we are. You can see right there, that white line is pretty much right where my seal hits, just on the back side. And you can see 21 foot. Let's not go any more than that. So let's put it right here. Yeah, let's say I can do 21 foot. Actually, I don't even think that's right. I think it's more like 2110. Or 20 foot 10, I should say. So 20 foot 10. Ouch, son of a, that hurt. So 20 foot 10 is the length from, sorry if I made you dizzy, my garage door to my wall. And how I put my boat in my garage is this motor can't be like this. I actually have to take it and turn it to the side. Now, let's go ahead and show you this before I put the boat here in the garage. When I back it in, I have a spot in my driveway that I'll show you when I'm back, or when I get the boat backed up on my camera. But the one thing you gotta be careful of is when you got such a short garage, that right there. As you can tell, I've literally punched a hole in my drywall from in with the prop. Now, I didn't back the truck in with the thing backed in. That's just pushing it in by hand. And when that happens, it just keeps hitting it. And I just haven't put something there to stop it from punching a hole through my drywall. But what we're gonna do is we'll go ahead and turn this motor all the way to the right. And this is the way I put it in my garage. And it's worked very well for me. So I am going to set y'all down. I'm gonna back the boat in. Oh wait, I need to go over this. The boat beam width is what, 96, 98 inches? Here, let me set you down. So like 96 and a half, let's say 97. I think from point to point, from this very back to that very back, is 98 in a beam width. Now your garage door is only 9 foot, which is 108 inches. So in reality, you have what? You got 4 inches, right? Am I figuring math right? You only get 4 inches on either side of your boat to get it in the garage. Use extreme caution when backing these boats into a garage, because the last thing you want to do is hit your damn house with your expensive boat and do damage to something a lot more expensive. So I'm gonna shut up with that. We're gonna go ahead and get my truck fired up, which, you know, newer technologies nowadays, it's just click of a button. I love it. And it sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Oh. All right, so got it backed in. I'm just gonna show you how much room you are actually working with. I hugged this side of my door pretty tight. Now let's go over here. Here you can see I got a little bit more room, not a whole lot, but a little bit more. The reason for it is I'm gonna start kicking this boat a little bit at the beginning of coming into the garage. So I'm gonna take you in the truck and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when I back up. I have a spot pinned out in here or in my driveway that allows me to know exactly where to stop with my boat. So I'll go ahead and show you that, and then I'll go out and show you all the stuff inside. So here we go. We're gonna keep backing in. We're gonna turn the wheel a little bit, start kicking it. And you can see I'm coming up. Right about there is where I'm going to stop. That crease in the concrete tells me I am far enough back to put my jack down and then move it by hand. I'll go ahead and shut the truck off for this so y'all don't have to listen to it. But as you can tell, there is the crease in the concrete that I saw. My jack is inside the garage. So this way when I drop it down, I can wheel it back. So yeah, here we are. You can see I probably have another 1.5 feet right here. And you can see where this bad boy keeps punching the wall. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get unhooked from the boat, or from the truck, and then I'm gonna push it. And should be able to set y'all up to where y'all can see how I push the boat in to get it into my garage. All right, so I'm down and I got my wheel facing this way with the boat. So the boat's all going this way. I want to take it and swing to my right first. So right from where I picked it up off the tongue, we're just going to go ahead and start moving it. Like so. Probably get on this side. This way you can see everything happen better. All right, now, being as I slid my boat over, let's say 2.5 feet, now the back is angled, kind of going for that cubby in the back. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna push it straight back. All right. So when I push it straight back, I have marks on my concrete already that tell me where to stop. And I'm gonna be pretty close to where I wanna be. But so you know, and so you can see, right there, you can see the rail. And that's gonna be right about there. So when you pull your pin, which is better with 2 hands, and you slide it back or curl that back, boom, right there. So if you got a 20-foot 8-inch garage from wall to door, you can do it with ease. Now it works out great for me because I have this area right here, and during the winter I park my Harley over here and I put my snow blower right there, as you can tell from the rust. And it still gives me room for when it's not in here. I can walk right back to my boat here. I can access everything here. If I got updates to do this or I want to study something, I can just walk back to here. I do have a little room right here. You can tell where I've popped the door a couple times probably. But yeah, as you can tell, my motor's pretty close, but I'm not touching. We will go back there and I'll show you that. And I have room right here. From here to here is like 1.5 feet. I can walk right into it. My motor is not touching the wall. Now, when I first started doing this, it did. I have some rub marks right here on my motor where it rubbed somewhere like right in here or something. Right here. There it is. That little sprout, darker spot right there from climbing in and out of the boat when it was here in the garage, not knowing. And that's when my motor prop was hitting. So I've figured out finally how to put my boat in here without causing that hole. But just as a heads up to y'all, it'll happen. You'll put the prop through the drywall with ease. Let me spin the camera around so you can see where my door's at, and you can see how much the boat actually comes over. So you can see my door, and you can see right here. That's all the further the front of the boat kind of really kicked over into the garage. Technically, I'm still on this side of the garage. I just have to turn the boat a little bit to make sure the tongue can get in. Even though it folds out, or folds in, fold away, whatever, that thing does what it does. If the boat is swung out here, this is actually like right here, just out under that door, and that sucks. But I am not against it. Like I said, it leaves this open. By the way, if you want to buy a Harley, let me know. I live here in Wisconsin. I'm selling it. Selling the little blue beast right here. I love it. 2005 Harley. Love the bike, but I'd rather fish than bike. That is pretty much it. I think I covered everything that I've been asked. Let's see. The truck right here, what I pull it with. This is what I pull it with, or my wife's truck. It's over there. I pulled this boat all the way down to Lake of the Ozarks for Ben Melican's tournament that was canceled last year. Does it fine. I mean, trucks are plenty enough to pull this, especially at 70 mile an hour. Tubes, rod sleeves, the rod tubes, the rod tubes in the boat. I think I went over that. Yep. Raptors, shallow water anchors, kind of went over that. Oh yeah, and why I can't put instruments on the console, because nobody makes them. Aggravating. But what can you do? You can do only what you can do, I guess. That sounds stupid. Oh well. I hope y'all enjoyed this video at least and learned something. Remember, hit that subscribe button, and if you're interested in the boat modifications, if you got any modifications that I probably didn't bring up, leave a comment, let me know. But 1,000 subscribers, I will do the Mega 360 on the front of this boat. 10,000 subscribers, shallow water anchors. Yeah, 1 or 2 shallow water anchors. I'll buy the bracket for 2, but if I can't afford both shallow water anchors, I'll just get one and then purchase the second one later at a different point in time. What did I say? 10,000, 25,000 subscribers. We will get Mega Live for this boat. Unless y'all have something else you want, a modification that seems interesting, that kind of catches my eye or something, we'll work it in. The Mega Live, I want it. Don't get me wrong. God, do I want Mega Live imaging. But I don't know if I can afford it. I shouldn't say that. I can't afford it. The problem is buying the other unit to put up front to run off of it, because I want to have map, and if I got Mega Live, I want my 360 running. Let's go ahead and bump it up a notch, especially if we're going to do tournaments. If I win tournaments, definitely going to be doing these upgrades. As long as we hit the subscriber things, who knows? If I don't even get subscribers, I'll just buy a new damn boat and just be happy with it that way. But bought this one, love this boat. It has performed flawlessly for me. The only bad thing that has happened with this boat, oh, and you're going to freaking love this, the dealer put a damn hole in it. And then they tried saying I hit a damn dock too hard. I'm going to show you this real quick. Then we're going to end it on this. So, right here, you can see that where it hit something drug into it. It creased it, and it hit it at the weld, and it literally ripped the weld off. If I hit a dock, I can see that happening. But, I mean, we're talking, how much force did I hit that dock with? Here's why I say the dealer did it. Now, you can't see it, but I need to take my glasses off so I can see it. Let me squeeze my big butt over here. I have a mark on my motor. Haha, found it. I forgot. It's at the 1 in the 150 from where this is at, right here. That hit is right there. A foot, maybe 8 inches. below the top of the boat. Now, look at this. Right here. See that mark right there on that one, on the one of the 150? You mean to tell me I hit a dock so hard with my boat at the water line, I made whatever I hit at the water line jump up 1.5 feet, 2 foot and hit my damn motor? No. They backed into my boat with another boat, which I'm assuming pontoon boat because it was all white. And yeah, and tried saying I'm the one that hit the dock. So needless to say, I won't go back to them for a service call. Yeah, I'm done with their service department. Nothing I can do. I mean, they just basically sat there and say, well, you can't prove it was us. Because I told them, you know, I got the YouTube channel, I got cameras. I'd probably put it in there if I freaking nailed the docket that hard, being a dumbass. That's pretty much it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you found I was able to answer some questions that have been asked of me and piqued your interest in some things of maybe that you want to see on these boats later on. The only concern I'm with the rafters. Now, if I do rafters, depending on how far back they sit on my boat, I may not be able to put it back in this garage, but I think I can do it. So, you want to see that happen? 10,000 subscribers, we start putting rafters on this boat. Hell, we can even go as far to say at 50,000 subscribers, I'll switch over to pure lithium, which, god dang, that won't be a treat. But at 50,000 subscribers, I think we can make it happen so y'all know what you can do and not do. And I'll let y'all pick the brand. Should I go with the Tracker brand or whatever? But yeah, I'm just rambling. I'll shut the hell up. Y'all take care. And until next time, y'all keep living right.